Like I say, many people tried to take full responsibility for the dropping of the Hiroshima bomb. And honestly, it may have been somebody else. It may have been JFK. It may have been whatever. But like I said, ultimately, me as namer of America, or because I named America, and because I invented the nuclear bomb myself, with my inward explosion, basically, from my thoughts and from my ideas, the nuclear bombs were built in the first place, and stuff like that. The scientists and people were merely just working underneath me or doing stuff for me, basically. Um, Mostly it was used for construction and to break large rocks, and it was not ever really thought of as an actual weapon. But I did have them. And it was not my intention to ever really do anything like that. And like I said, as Lucifer Starline, as Lucifer Star, and as Brian, basically namer of America, as much as people say don't, I have to. I have to take responsibility. I have to accept my part in it. And I was an inventor. I was an inventor. I invented lots of things and lots of weapons and lots of things. And technically, I went to prison for a very long time, and the rest of my existence, or something like that, or something like that, ridiculous. I don't really know. I don't really care. What I do care about is the people that were there. And I said, I thought about it constantly, and I realized I had become the one thing that I had promised never to be. I was always going to be the better creator, the better leader, and like I said, it was possible that my council was lying to me, and that I mistakenly bombed two cities that were innocent. And like I said, it was not my intention to bomb the cities. It was actually my intention to get them to surrender. I wanted them to surrender, and they should have surrendered, and I expected them to surrender before I ordered it. I was shocked and horrified that they did not surrender. Like I said, afterwards I ordered medical assistance and also other things to be gone to the area, you know, to help whoever was left. I know that's kind of strange and kind of different, but I mean, like I said, I mean they were burned alive and killed. There would be no resistance there. So anyway, it's a complicated situation and difficult. And I believe they surrendered right after. After we dropped the second bomb, they surrendered. Or at least that's my understanding. I said somebody had. There's possible that other cities were car bombed and other places were firebombed and all that stuff. I had no part in that. I had no part in the other cover bombing or the other firebombing that happened on this earth. But Hiroshima and Nagasaki, I believe, were two cities where I made a statement. I was confused or I was lied to, and basically, as like I said, they needed somebody with some authority to okay it or check off on it anyway. So, like I said, even my mistakes should be remembered and would be remembered. Like I said, I deny nothing. I do not deny that I possibly made a mistake. I do not deny that a lot of people were hurt. And like I said, I apologize profusely to the Chinese people for my actions. There are many reasons why I would bow to the Chinese people, and I know it is small comfort. I believe my presidents or my leaders basically echoed my words to the Chinese people and to the world, possibly. Anyway, I know there's no forgiving it. I don't really know. But I have to admit it. It's something Rodney can't take the blame for, nor anyone else. I am ultimately responsible as namer of America and creator of the American government. And technically, anything my government or my people did also would fall on me as well as creator of America, namer of America. So like I say, um, I believe the presidents or the leaders at the time echoed my words to the people in the world, and my sincere sorrow and everything else. So, like I said, as Lucifer Star, I did have my moments of epic not so cool and not so amazing. I always had nuclear weapons, and I had nuclear weapons since 1812 or before. I just never used them yet. It's possible that the people that they were killing or trying to kill in Nagasaki or Hiroshima were actually one of my Japanese consuls, and actually might have worked for me. They might have nuked them and then just waited for me to accept the responsibility for it. That is a possibility. And I said I don't really know, but anyway, it's difficult and complicated. Anyway, like I said, Nixon nor Jimmy Carter nor anyone at the time had the authority that I had, nor the seniority. I was the highest ranking official, highest ranking person as Namer of America, and also inventor of all these things. And as Lucifer Starline. Many people said, we're not going to let you take the blame. You're not going to take the blame for this. But, I don't know. I thought I was in a war. So, and like I said, I rationalized that America could not win the war against two different countries and win. I needed something that would get them, that would stop the bloodshed and bring them to the tables, and even enact a surrender. And then afterwards, I believe I did order the rebuilding of China and Japan, or Japan anyway, to restore it to the condition that it was before the war. It was not the people's fault. It was not the people's fault. Even if me and JFK and Jimmy Carter and everyone had this epic battle of whatever, it was not the people's fault, nor the pilot's fault. War is between, I guess, what you would call great people, but I didn't feel I was great at that point in time. And I said, well, people in America and other people were cheering and whatever else, I was solemn and sad and crying. The amount of pain and death that happened because of it is unmeasurable. So, anyway, and I told my leaders, I told my people to make sure that the world knew that I was not celebrating. There is no victory in war. Nobody wins. Everyone loses. Every war, every battle, every fight, all it is loss. It's always loss. Even if you win, you still lose. By the time you've done, you've lost so much that it doesn't even matter anymore. I lost a lot of good people. Anyway, I hate losing people. But, anyway, I will not hide in the shadows.